Ah, come on!
Please do. Because it really made me laugh.
As for the drowning yourself in the toilet bowl, back in the early 2000s.
Oh, I'm sorry.
And even kind of right around the beginning of 2010 in those couple years, I had some Xbox online friends that we play stuff all the time and hang out and play like Halo 3 and all this kind of stuff. And one of our buddies had basically he had this huge crush on a girl. Like he's a musician, so he would like write songs in the key of her initials. And did you just get trolled?
Yes.
Or did your thing stop and that's why?
I also just missed.
Well, I just wanted to make sure that you didn't, like, that wasn't set up for you to shoot that and then it kill you. Because that's what it looked like.
No, I just.
Anyway, keep telling your story.
But so he so he would write songs in like the key of her initials. So he'd write songs in like the key of EM and all this stuff for her.
It's cringy.
She had a boyfriend and all this stuff, and was like a couple years older. But the classic high school thing where sometimes you have a class with that person. So they were helping. They were doing like some project or something together, and she came over to his house, and we all knew it, and we would constantly be like, "Oh yeah, go get her. She's your crush." But so she came over, and they were hanging out, and I jokingly sent him a text because he had mentioned like he was going to be working on the project with her. So I sent him a text that was like, "Oh, go get her, Tiger," and she responded from his phone, going on and on about how like she wasn't a prize to be won and all this stuff, and like just like trying to let me have it for all this stuff, and told me to go drown myself in a toilet bowl because I called her out on how she's alone at his house with him while she's the one who has a boyfriend, and how he's had this crush on her for years. So she's like leading him on when she knows how he feels, and then she told me to go drown myself in a toilet bowl and left. And he immediately called me from while she was like walking out the door, just laughing hysterically because apparently she was like saying the things out loud.
That's not the version you told me yesterday.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not.
It's
no,
the
it's
same
not.
Story.
Would you please let me finish? You literally didn't include all of that information. All you said was that you said, "Go get him, Tiger," and then she told you to drown your head in a toilet bowl. Which, no, you didn't, because that's why I thought it was so funny.
It's still pretty funny.
Well, I mean, it's funny either way, but I just thought she just took "Go get him, go get her, Tiger" so far out of context and was just like, "Well, go drown yourself in a toilet bowl," over just that one line. Which is why you telling the story now, I'm like, okay, well, now it makes more sense why she told you to drown your head in a toilet bowl.
That's still
I'm not saying she wasn't wrong. I'm just saying
that's still very creative.
Yes,
go
it
fuck
is.
Yourself.
That's pretty funny. But yeah, that's not the version you told yesterday. No, it's not.
Ladies, you're both pretty.
No, he's not. He's a fucking hobo.
I am not a hobo.
If anybody's a hobo in here, it's me.
You have a house.
You do too.
It's my house.
Oh yeah.
It's my house alone.
Shut up.
Well, it's in my name.
Well, it's in his name.
No, you missed a wall.
If somebody told him to drown his head in a toilet bowl, never mind.
Probably would.
No, that's not what I was gonna say.
I would. You're right.
Well, see now you have to finish it.
At 200 followers,
I'm only
I'll
gonna say
drown
it because
myself.
I'm annoyed at him right now. But if somebody told him to drown his head in a toilet bowl, it's probably because he deserved it.
Got him.
I love you, but you're freaking obnoxious sometimes.
Nah.
But she was wrong, obviously, and I hate that crap. I hate that crap. God, that was like, oh, I should probably ask your permission to even talk about this. It just makes me think of that one girl, a little bit. I don't know a lot of details about it, but just never mind.
I don't even know.
You
what
were
you're
like
talking
glaring at me, so
about.
I'm
I know I'm looking at you very confused. I don't know.
Well, that freaking chick that you were into that was doing the same thing. She was like leading you on, and it just never went anywhere. That one, what's her? Okay, well, I'm not
What's
gonna
her
name,
nuts?
I'm not gonna name her name.
Doxer.
I'm not gonna name names on the.
Her name was What's Her Nuts.
What's her nuts? Yeah, but anyway. And then like she wouldn't give him the time of day, and then he like moves down.
Are you
and-
serious? You're a little scissor bitch. You're not supposed to breathe fire.
So he moves down here, and we meet, and we start dating, and then she messages him, or she's sending him, or it was something on Facebook, either commenting on his post or sending him messages, and she's like, "Oh yeah, hey baby, you wanna meet up now and all that stuff?" And I was like, "I'll kill you. I will kill you." I mean, how long did that go on for? Like, you being interested in her, but her not giving you the time of day. Wasn't it like a little while?
Sure. I don't remember.
Okay, well, anyway. But she was one of those that, like,
Damn it.
she was content to string somebody along, and, like, the minute he was dating somebody, oh, you know.
That was a dodge.
Yeah, dodged right into that blade.
I don't understand people who keep other people lined up as a backup plan. Never understood that. You might want to pick up that health.
Nah, I don't need it.
Picks it up.
I don't need it.
It's safety. That's all it is. See, I didn't need it. Definitely didn't need it. Easy
I
peasy.
definitely don't need it. You're right, it is poor Dak.
Yeah, he is.
No, it's not.
Nah, he's just ugly.
He's alright.
Oh no!
He's like trying to duck while you're doing that. He's like, stop! Stop! There was a violet.
I don't care.
You don't want the health?
You can't get it.
You can't? It's right there.
Oh, that.
But I wanted the health that I accidentally revealed. So we're gonna be here for a minute.
I'm gorgeous in
Yeah,
the
let's
dark.
cut him up and find out. I don't know why I said that.
Oh, you do know why you
No,
said that.
I really don't. That just kind of came out.
You went
it was
for
intended
the
to be a
dark
joke, and it was,
joke.
and it felt wrong.
To shreds, you say.
It felt wrong.
So getting back to the kid who got stuck in a toilet.
His name was Matt.
He also
He's like, oh, and by the way, that was me.
he also tried to parachute.
Back in my fat days.
He also that was a different kid. That's the thing. The fat kid who missed the toilet is the different kid than the kid who got stuck in a toilet.
Oh
That
my
kid wouldn't be able to
god.
climb in a toilet anyway.
But the kid who got stuck in a toilet also tried to parachute out of a second-story window with a trash bag.
Man, Jersey is just full of friggin' idiots, isn't it?
He only didn't get hurt because as he climbed out the window and jumped, the trash bag got stuck on like a nail or some loose wood or whatever, and the window, because it was an old window, then closed.
Oh my god.
So he was holding on the trash bag dangling out of the second story when his mother then found him, and thus he was beaten.
Oh.
Parenting! He was reprimanded.
Oh, I get it. I'm supposed to follow the numbers.
Yeah, following numbers is wise. He was an interesting fellow.
I'm gonna have to get an updated picture to send to Kat and Mom. Those bird babies have gotten so big
Yeah,
in the
that's what
past
they do.
couple of days. They're huge now.
That's what they do.
That's generally what things do. Matt's
Okay, first of all, both of y'all are bitches, because that was a little rude. Second of all, the mom's not even scared anymore. I just walked right up and she was just like, alright, and she starts feeding them. I'm just standing right there like this.
Yeah, she's used to you
Across
now.
the
She's
front.
like, the interlopers here.
Well, I mean, yeah, she's probably gotten so used to us. I only saw 2 babies in the nest this time. I'm a little concerned.
You like barely nicked your
That's
shoulder.
what you get.
I didn't do anything.
You nick your shoulder and she's like, ah!
You were rude.
I'm always rude.
That is true. That is very true.
Think of other good stories involving Toilet Kid.
Oh my God.
Because there's quite a few of them, but I'm just trying to remember them. Because a lot of them I've had to try to like.
I don't have any stories involving a toilet.
I
But
pooped in a toilet once.
just once.
Just that one
Just
time.
the one time.
It was awful.
I've gone back to using the
0 out of
words.
10 would not do again.
I did have a separate kid in my class. Actually, he was locked out of his house, and he had to go. So his parents divorced, and this is important to the story because they lived like one street apart from each other. But he was locked out of both houses.
Wow.
So he pooped in the woods and wiped himself with poison oak. He was out of school for a few days.
Oh,
And the same kid took somebody's
only a few days? That sounds nice.
the same kid took somebody's crutches. And he was walking around the school with the crutches.
Please tell me that somebody lives with this kid and helps him now. Like, because, like, he just sounds like he doesn't ever need to be on his own for any reason.
So, I don't know.
Like, he needs to
probably
be
not.
supervised at all times.
He's the guy, I've actually mentioned him briefly to Andrew before about his obsession with World of Warcraft being worse than yours.
I'm not obsessed.
I know, but that's what I'm saying. I was,
How's
because
Clay
we were
doing?
talking about a long
Pretty
time ago and how it was the extreme was this guy, because he did the math for a school project about how long he had played up until that
I
point.
don't want to get into that.
And it was like years
I don't want to answer that question.
of gameplay
Stop.
in non-record, like in not a reasonable time.
Stop.
But
Stop!
so he stole somebody's crutches one time, and he was crutching around with them, but he was
Watching around.
basically using them instead of his legs, so he was using those to walk.
So he's just hopping along.
Yeah, he had both crutches, but what made it great, and I'm glad I was one of the few people who got to witness this.
Please tell me he busted his face.
I'll get to that. There was this other guy who was out there who was kind of like one of his main buddies at the time, hanging out with him and all this stuff. He comes around the corner and, like, I mean, we're talking like Karate Kid sweeps the leg kicks both crutches out from under him at one time, and my boy just goes flat right on his face instantly. It was amazing.
It was amazing.
Like, I mean, that thud ricocheted. It was such a beautiful sight. We all laughed, had a great time.
A little bit of crying.
They
No.
laughed, I
Hey.
laughed, the table laughed, we killed the table.
I mean, pretty much. It was such a great just sweep. It was one just perfect motion.
That's what she said.
I mean, maybe. They were both dudes, but maybe.
Oh, I know what I'm supposed to do.
Now they're having butt sex. Cowboy butt sex.
Sodomy.
Sodomy, hey.
You're always headed to work.
Yeah, what else is new?
Yeah.
Excuse me. Thank you.
Where you going, Turin? Work!
No!
I will enjoy my stories.
Andrew really doesn't want you to go to work.
Exactly. He wants you to stay.
You're just jealous because they're better than your stories. Bitch!
She got you there, buddy.
Have a wonderful time selling produce.
Tell your produce I said hi.
Buy a box of bananas
Banana.
and eat them on stream.
Andrew hasn't done that for me in a while.
Eat a
banana?
banana on stream?
No, what? The
Bitch, baby!
I enjoy your stories. When I can understand them. I'll tell you
Well, I was trying to tell a story and then you completely talked over me, so I just
I'm
gave
sorry.
up.
Go back to your story.
Well, it's not really comparable to the stories that you told.
Doesn't
me.
matter.
To be
Tell
fair,
your
you
story.
Now
did
I'm kind of
kind of like
embarrassed to-
monopolize the stories for
I
a good
did.
reason.
I wasn't trying to monopolize
No, I was talking about
anything.
Matt's. 'Cause that was
Oh.
a good story.